guys, and welcome to Gamer Nation. Sorry about that.
Right.
What can I say? I just love that old-time Mario rock and roll.
Yeah, nothing beats a good video game with a cool soundtrack. In fact, you guys, we're going to take you guys on a field trip today to meet some of the leading composers for some of the best video games on the market.
But before that, I'm going to be talking with IGN.com editor Carle, who is just dying to talk about SpyHunter 2. Truth be told, I think the man is a spy himself.
Terrorist forces.
In video game land, the best way to practice counterterrorism is to get a high-tech vehicle that can transform into both a boat and a motorcycle and go around and blow things up. I'm here at IGN.com with one of the editors, Chris. Chris, tell me, when did you become an international super spy?
Shortly after picking up SpyHunter 2. In recent memory, there's been no better old-school arcade remake than SpyHunter, which was Midway's 2001 effort. With a cool car, fast-paced adventure-style racing, and plenty of international intrigue, the game was a success on many levels. Now Midway's back with a sequel, and even more spy-style driving action awaits gamers. SpyHunter 2 expands considerably on the last effort, adding new vehicle mutations, bigger levels, and a new female secret agent.
If you ask me, this car really needs a lady's touch.
The game also boasts new playstyles. In addition to blasting through linear paths full of enemies, you'll have to triumph over arena battles and for the first time face perilous bosses while cruising at unsafe speeds. The game is being developed by Angel Studios, the team that brought Smuggler's Run and the 2 Midnight Club games into being. So the quality pedigree is there, and it shows in the final product.
Hey guys, back here at the Alienware email station, and the question is, how is this game similar to the original SpyHunter arcade game, and how is it different? This is an email question from Spy Guy, all the way out in Mar del Plata, Argentina.
It's similar in that you're driving a spy-style car, and you have a lot of weapons that you can use both forward and back. You can use guns on the front, missiles on the front, and then you can also drop down oil slicks and explosive mines on the back of your car. So there's all kinds of upgrades like that. There's also a weapons van. If you remember from the original arcade game, you drive up into the back of it. You still do that. You can also drive up into the back of an aerial vehicle of the same kind, and it'll deploy you from the side, which is a little different from the old school one, but it gets you right back on the action on the road, and that's a lot cooler.
So, Chris, what would you rate the game?
I would recommend the game. It's if you really like the first one, you like this one. There's a lot more to it. There's a lot more just action, and it's a little faster. And there's a lot more gadgets to keep you busy as well.
So, if you are ready to join the world of secret agents, we recommend SpyHunter 2. SOCOM was the first online PS2 game to really take off. And it was responsible for millions of people throughout the country sitting in their living rooms looking like complete idiots as they screamed into their headsets military jargon. Well, beware neighbors, because here comes SOCOM 2. I'm here at IGN.com with editor Ed. Ed, what do you think of SOCOM 2?
SOCOM 2 is fantastic. SOCOM 2 takes all of what was great in SOCOM 1 and takes it to a whole other level for SOCOM 2. I know it sounds cliche, but it's true. Developers Zipper Interactive went back to the drawing board, looked at every different aspect of the game, and just improved on it as much as they could. There are new maps, there are new weapons, the graphics have been enhanced, there's now voice chat within the lobby. Everything about it has been given a revamp, and it's all much for the better. There are now 12 new missions set in 4 different countries: Albania, Brazil, Algeria, and Russia. There are 4 different terrains, they're all very different from each other and all very unique. The unfortunate thing about the single player is that, while the game is still based upon stealth and group dynamics, unfortunately, there are no checkpoints within the game, and therefore, if you die at any point or make any mistake, within like the half hour it takes to finish each level, then you'll be stuck all the way back at the beginning, forcing you to play through the whole thing all over again. Well, the gameplay was originally very fun, very great to go through. Unfortunately, this drawback led us to playing the same first half of the levels over and over and over again, pretty much sapping a lot of the fun out of the game.
Jason?
Thanks, guys. Here's an email question. Comparing the original online maps in SOCOM and the new ones on SOCOM 2, which would you say have the best level design? This is from Nighthawk13, El Paso, Texas, with the email question.
Well, definitely SOCOM 2. Actually, there's 2 different kinds of modes of play now. There's Breach and there's Escort. Breach is where one team tries to blow up the other team's base, and Escort is where one team also tries to take VIPs from one zone to another in order to be extracted safely. There have also been new additions to gameplay to make it more balanced, such as gun turrets, which anyone can jump behind and then shoot anybody else. So with all these new advancements, as well as, again, the different graphics, and more bushes and more shrubbery to hide behind, it makes it much more balanced, much more interesting gameplay, much more variety.
So, Ed, what's your rating of this game?
This game is definitely a must-buy for any fans of the online experience. The single player has a lot of drawbacks. Wouldn't quite recommend it for anyone who's just new to the series. I'd recommend that you buy it, or sorry, I recommend that you rent it first. But for anyone who wants to get online and fight, go for it.
So we got to recommend for SOCOM 2 for all you online players.
Hey, I'm Gigi, your guide to the underground world of video gaming. Now up next, I have a special treat for all you NASCAR nuts out there. If you're just a little tired of pressing the gas and going left over and over again in NASCAR Thunder 2004, I have a treat for you. Just take a break and check out some of these cool cameos that are tucked into the game. Stick around and I'll tell you how.
Gamer Nation is on tour. Friday, January 30th at Revolution 5 in Milpitas, and Saturday, January 31st at Revolution 4 in Pleasanton. Check out GamerNationTV.com for full details.
I'm back, and your patience is being rewarded with this sweet NASCAR 2004 code. Now, to unlock every single stinking cameo in the entire game, here's what you have to do. Go to the Create a Car menu and enter the name Seymour Cameos. That's SEYMORECAMEOS.
Remind me not to ride anywhere with you.
Now you can go around and around and around that oval track in style.
For those of you who have never played Mario Kart, you are living a bleak, pointless existence, devoid of meaning. Will Mario Kart Double Dash rekindle the world's love affair with plumbers on go-karts? Well, it has 2 exclamation marks in the title, so that's good enough for me. I'm here at IGN.com with Fran to see if it's good enough for him. Fran, is it?
Yes, it absolutely is. It proves that Nintendo does kart racing like nobody else. They really have control of this genre, and it expands on what Mario Kart 64 did with the 3D world, and it really just brings it out. It makes the power-ups better, the tracks are bigger, and it's got more characters to it, so it's really awesome in those regards. So speaking of the characters, there's a lot more of them now. You've got Mario, Wario, Waluigi, Princess Peach is in there, one of my favorites. And we've got Bowser and a bunch of other characters, and it's just awesome for that reason. But they play into the gameplay mechanics. It's not just about having more characters. What it is you have 2 characters on one kart. And what you're going to be doing is with the Z button, you're swapping the characters back and forth. And the strategy there is that you're picking up items for both people now. They've got their own power-ups that are exclusive to them, and this really deepens the strategy of the game. Character switching is a small evolution, but it does up the skill level and depth of it, and that's enough for me. Double Dash is a multiplayer game through and through, though, and it comes packed with some really insane new multiplayer modes, like the Bomb Blast, where you're just throwing bombs. It's totally insane, and it's one of my favorites. And the racer also comes with LAN support, so that means you connect your GameCubes in your house, in a dorm at your college, or in your office. So Nintendo's really upping the bar as far as online play. But it's not truly online because you can't just connect to anyone across the US. It's all LAN. So it's sweet. I love it. I love the LAN. I love the multiplayer. I love all the new characters. It's not as big as an upgrade as I would like it to be, but it's still a must-buy, one of the best GameCube games of the year.
All right, guys, I'm here with my Area 51 laptop, and I got a question for you guys for Mario Kart Double Dash. The question is, if you have the final version of Mario Kart, how's the frame rate with 4 people playing? And this is an email question from Danny in Dillsburg, Pennsylvania.
Danny, the frame rate is actually excellent. This is one of the strong points to it. Nintendo got all 4 players on the split screen running at 60 frames, so it's just blazing.
So not that we need to ask, but what's your rating for it, Fran?
I gotta say, you gotta beg your parents for this one. Leave out the double stuffed Oreos for Santa. Do whatever you gotta do. Just pick this game up.
Great. So we have a must-buy for Double Dash, and that's with 2 exclamation points.
Okay, I'm ready to go.
I bet no one would have any problems if I just remained silent and let all of us watch this awesome footage of Metal Gear Solid Twin Snakes. However, what I think I'll do is outline the major upgrades that Snake Plissken is getting when he debuts on the GameCube. For starters, besides the obvious visual upgrades, the game's AI has been almost completely redone. Don't expect foes to give the all clear so soon this time, as they've been reprogrammed to give it their best effort to find you. Like I mentioned before, the graphics have been overhauled and upgraded as well, which translates into more objects for Snakes to interact with than all of the previous Metal Gear Solid games combined. As if we needed any more reasons to go out and get this game, developer Silicon Knights has put in a ton of Easter eggs for us to uncover, including some cameos from Yoshi and Mario. You better start practicing your Snake cries now, because Metal Gear Solid has never looked or sounded better.
You can't fight your genes. It's fate. Yes, that's it. That's it. I remember. I've been waiting for this pain. Everyone always wants to use the newest, latest technology.
What could possibly be more extreme than a skateboarding game featuring characters from Disney movies? Well, not much, of course. In fact, science has proven that the only thing more hip and edgy than Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure is the cheat for Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure that's coming your way. So take a moment, prepare your mind for the extreme dose of extremeness that's coming your way. Okay, are you guys ready to get really, really extreme? I thought so. Well, to make sure that your special meter is always full on Disney's Extreme Skate Adventure, enter the word supercharger. All is one word. Now you can special to your heart's content and become the hippest skateboarder on the block. And remember, we ladies, we love extreme guys.
While you're playing the game, have you ever noticed how the music totally enhances the euphoric gaming experience? And we just kind of got curious and just thought about, how has the gaming industry evolved in music since the very beginning, when it used to be like plinking 8-bit sound. Now we got like certified THX soundtracks. Well, we decided to ask the experts, and all over to my left here is IGN.com's music and gaming expert, Spencer. So let's just go way back. What was your fondest memory of when gaming and music first emerged?
Probably the pivotal point was when Pitfall 2 came out, because that was the first game that had music that complemented the gameplay action.
And then Nintendo kind of caught on with Mario Brothers?
Yeah, the guy named Koji Kondo, he was responsible for Mario and the Zelda themes, which sort of elevated the recognizableness of the music.
Dun, 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 dun. Now, where do you see gaming and music today?
Right now, you kind of got two factions. There's the symphonic end, like games like Hitman 2 and the later Final Fantasy games, where they use full-on symphonic compositions. Then the other faction is where they take popular musicians and they get them to do original music for the game. And that's in games like SSX3, True Crime. Snoop Dogg did some tracks for the True Crime, and he's actually in the game too as a character.
Tell me a little bit about Vendetta, when they actually have the music artists in the game.
That might be the next step, where you have the label, the game producers, and the artists all kind of working on the same level, where they're putting in music that complements the game. They have themselves, the artists, as playable characters in the game.
All right, guys. Well, anyways, we got a treat. Jessamyn's all the way out in Marin County, and she's actually interviewing two composers that have been in the music and gaming industry, producing music for 12 years. So, Jessamyn, let us know what's going on over there.
What you just saw was a bumper composed by Adriel and Beau here at Pure Effect Productions. But before we show you how they did it, we're going to go talk to some of the leading composers in video game music.
Hi, I'm Clint Bajakian. I'm a composer, a music director, and co-owner of the Bay Area Sound Department. We're a full audio production house. We do sound and music and voice primarily for video games.
I'm Julian Kwasneski, sound designer, audio director for the Bay Area Sound Department. Chances are, if we worked on it and it explodes, I had something to do with it. While at LucasArts, Clint and I worked on a number of projects as a team. Monkey Island,
Maniac Mansion 2, Day of the Tentacle,
Episode 1, Star Wars,
Sam and Max Hit the Road,
X-Wing Alliance,
X vs. TIE, Indiana Jones and the Fate of Atlantis, Indiana Jones and the Infernal Machine.
And we just have a style that gels together, and we decided to take it out of house and provide that for other people.
I love to compose for live orchestra and also sampled orchestra. I have some really great equipment that allows me to simulate the sound of a full live orchestra. I use Pro Tools by DigiDesign on the Macintosh to do all of my audio mixing and editing. And I use Digital Performer on the Macintosh to do my MIDI sequencing. What that refers to is ordering all of the notes on a computer that then go out over cables and play your samplers. And for that, I have several PCs running top-of-the-line symphony orchestra sample libraries to, again, simulate the sound of a full live orchestra.
Yeah, one of the things we really like to do is differentiate our soundtracks from a lot of the others, and a way to do that is to use custom recordings. You can't expect to have something fresh by using commercial canned libraries. So what we'll often do is we'll make the recordings and we'll process them and layer them, and I actually have an example I can show you here. This is the raw recording of basically the actual rocks tipping. And here is the same effect processed. And then here's how it sounds in the game. And that definitely is not your average driveway crumbling sound.
If you're starting out in the video game industry, it's like a lot of industries. It's very competitive, and what you need to do is to join GANG, www.audiogang.org. And the point of the organization is to help professionals in the interactive audio development arena and promote excellence in interactive audio. We want to see people get fairly compensated, and young up-and-coming people be treated to the same types of opportunities that we had when we were starting out.
Now you might think twice before you skip the intro music to your favorite video game, or you might not. But either way, we're going to make you listen to the Gamer Nation music. I'm here with Adriel and Beau. Tell us how you guys did the intro music for Gamer Nation.
Well, first what we did is we took a look at the graphic that was provided by the graphic designer. And what we wanted to do is we wanted to produce some music that would match the energy and intensity of the show. So actually I worked a little bit on some of the drums, he worked on some of the melodies and some of the bass lines. And what we did was we used this program here, this program called Reason, and we composed a little number, and here it is.
That is really cool. Well, I'm here working on the Gamer Nation album. You can check out the rest of our show.
Now, it's pretty obvious just by looking at the title of XGRA that it's going to be a tough one to beat. I mean, it is the Extreme Gravity Racing Association and not the mild one. So if you are having trouble telling your ups from your downs, I have got a cheat that's going to set you straight. I'm back, and it's time for that physics-flaunting XGRA code that I promised. To unlock all the vehicles, courses, and everything else in the game, just enter your name as Wibble. W-I-B-B-L-E. Now get back out there, and don't let that pesky gravity make you look like an idiot. That's all I have for you today, but I can't wait to cheat with you again next time on Gamer Nation.
And everyone knows that the ET video game was a monumental failure.
Oh, yes. Ladies and gentlemen, all-pro, world-class guy, and all-time football player, Barry Sanders!
MMORPGs. You might not know what that word means. You may have heard it a lot. It stands for Massive Multiplayer Online Role-Playing Games.
A theme park's a great setting for an anime festival.
Well, another fun-filled episode is done, but we sure had a really good time with you guys today.
Most definitely. And a recap on the reviews, you guys. Remember, SpyHunter 2 was a recommend, SOCOM 2 was a recommend, and the one we've been waiting for all along, Mario Kart Double Dash with 2 exclamation points, is a must-buy. Make sure you guys get it. And if you guys missed anything on today's show, check out www.GamerNationTV.com. Game over.
To contact Adriel and Beau, go to our link at GamerNationTV.com.
I just don't want to be over the top. I didn't want to be like, dude, what's up? I'm so cool. You're not. But I'm not. Listen to me.
Well, we here have blah blah blah. Let me try it again. Thanks, guys. Here's the blah blah blah.
Wibble.
www.GamerNationTV.com. Gamer Nation is produced by Our Tribe Productions in association with IGN Entertainment.